Hello there everybody, my name is Max and welcome back to From the Depths, and today I'm happy to be introducing you to a new ship, and we'll see if it's going to be a new campaign. I'm not quite sure yet. But here we are on the bridge of the Jupiter class. Yes, the Jupiter class heavy Dreadnaught. This is what it looks like. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. It actually looks like a ship for once, instead of the usual compact things. So I'll spawn in a Mars class so we can have a little comparison. This is the retrofit version of the Mars class, the biggest version that there is. Turn everything off. So yeah, we can kind of see that it's a lot bigger than the Mars class. If we look, there you go. There's the length, width, and height, and then compare that to that length, width, and height. So yeah, it's a bigger ship, and I hope it's going to be good. So let me just talk you through it. So this ship was designed singly to take volleys, plunging fire volleys, or high velocity advanced cannon volleys. So if we go to the side here, starting off with, we've got 4 layers of metal, which means that this is reasonably resilient to any shots here. Around here, it's 3 layers thick, and then at the back here, it's 3 layers thick on the sides, 2 layers thick on the very back, and then a single layer thick on the bottom. Oops. Got to paint some bits in here. 2 ticks. So, yeah, we're kind of banking on not being shot from underneath, to be honest. But I don't think we should be shot from underneath. You may have noticed that we have 6 main guns. These are all rail guns. They're not the biggest advanced cannons you could possibly make, but they are reasonably chunky, and they fire solid shot projectiles at about 1,000 meters per second with the railguns. So essentially, these are really good at peeling things apart. On the sides here, of course, we have our cram cannons. Not our main weapons, our secondary weapons, but still good guns in their own right. Certainly large enough to be a light cruiser's main armaments. Over here, we've got a little Gatling gun for our, plane defense, really. We've got one of those on each side. There's also a spot here where I can put another one. Pardon me again. Yeah, excuse me. But I haven't quite decided if I want another one there. I can also put another turret here. But my budget for this is 1 million materials, and we're at 9. Yeah, we're pretty close. So yeah, I don't know how much further I really want to spend. Moving on though, we've got our main flak batteries up here. That's 4 flak guns, which will throw up a nice little wall. And then on the sides, we've also got 2 small little guns. And there should be a gun here. I don't know why there isn't a gun there. Interesting. Okay, well let me just add that in. So we got 8 50 cals on top here. Let me just actually colour that the right colour. And these only engage when they get to a range of 1,000 meters, so we're not really wasting our ammunition too much. And on the back, this does have space for another advanced cannon, but you have to sort of peel away a lot of armor to get down there. So I just stuck a little octuple 40mm on the top there. And then of course at the front we have the obligatory medium missiles for any planes or things which survive our advanced flak batteries. And then at the very front, in the water, we have our obligatory torpedoes. It's not quite finished yet, but I'm very pleased with it. It's mainly designed for blocking plunging fire. So if we go to the main deck here, it's actually the weakest point in the entire ship right here. So we've got reinforced wood, a metal beam, an alloy beam, and then a wood beam. And then we're into the actual ship. So the idea is that anything which punches through here will not get all the way through, at least not on the first shot. The turrets themselves are actually a weak point. They only have 2 layers of metal on top, but of course these are not high explosive turrets, so we can actually blow one of these turrets up, if I can actually mine my way through, and we won't lose the whole ship. There we go, so the turret's gone, but our ship is very much still intact. Of course, the turret this time is wrapped entirely in metal armor. I've learned my lesson. There is not a single spot where there isn't metal armor wrapped around it. So we should not have any massive explosions like we did with our old railguns. None of these are high explosive. The only one which is high explosive is this turret here, but it's such a small turret that, you know, we can actually afford to blow it up and we won't take critical damage. There we go, I've detonated it, and then if we look in here, yeah, nothing really happened. I did make sure to actually wrap that in armor though, so otherwise it would blow both of these turrets, and then those turrets would also blow up the little superstructure up here, which is vitally important because the superstructure has all our LAM defenses. And let me tell you, we have some pretty advanced LAM defenses. I think a solid like 200,000 of our materials are just in the LAM systems. Essentially, it's trying to be invulnerable to cram cannons, missiles, that sort of thing. I think we're pretty close. I think I need just another LAM here, here, and then one for the back as well. But yeah, we should be pretty close. I'm not too worried about the back. It's really the size which I'm going to be worried about, because we're supposed to be engaging with this ship at like 5,000 meters, so the odds of us actually being shot in the back are small, and then the odds of us being shot in the back right here are almost non-existent. But in the off chance that we do take this, this is where the ammunition is, it would be a massive explosion, but it would only cut off the back bit. There's no critical systems in the back bit. Of course, we have 3 stacks this time because it's a Dreadnaught, and these are actually connected to the engines, so these are legit. The smoke from the engine comes out of this, not any of the fancy-smancy smoke generators or anything like that. Standard superstructure layout for now. I'm debating if I need to change this because I'm noticing that in every single fight, you know, these things get shot off and then we're kind of doomed because we've got nothing else. But we've got, if I go down here, right in the bottom here, lower, here we go. So this is our little engine compartment. As I have shown, I've learned my lesson since the Mars class, completely wrapped in armor, in addition to the normal armor on the outside. So there should be very little chance of any detonating. Looks like I didn't wrap this all the way in armor. You can tell because it's red, because obviously the outside is painted red. So this is only a single layer here. A little bit of a weak point, but I don't really think there's anything I can do about it at the moment. Anyway, so this is all wrapped in armor. Our actual AI is here. So it's wrapped in 3 layers of metal, and then it's got an EMP layer in the middle, surge protectors. So there will be no EMPing the main AIs. We do have 2 AIs on the ship. Only one controls the movement, and then movement and main guns. Then the secondary one controls our anti-aircraft guns. And let me tell you, we have a pretty advanced anti-aircraft battery. So I want to show this off because I think it's really cool. So we'll just go with some dusters, and I don't know. We'll go with like 50. Like a legit air raid, you know, like Pearl Harbor or something. Battle of Midway. 50 dusters, go. We shouldn't take any significant damage from this. That's the theory anyway. So yeah, I like the flak. I'm not sure how much damage it does, but it does make it look like a World War II sort of, you know, assault. You see our LAM system is working extremely well. We shouldn't take any missile hits, at least while they're coming at us from the side. If they do start coming at us from the front or the back, LAM system is a little weaker on that side. I tried to keep the cost down on this ship as much as possible in a Dreadnaught, so we did cut corners in places. Looks like a few got through, but nothing too significant. Oh, we're being rammed. But yeah, it's got a pretty beefy flak battery, which is very fun to watch. What I would say is I wish the flak guns would like go after different planes. There's lots of, you know, flak explosions, but I realized then I'd need an AI for each plane. That plane just ram us and then explode. Is that what I just saw? I guess it must have done, because that's where it rammed. But yeah, so this ship is pretty good. Like I said, we've got weak back defenses. And see, we lost our tower already. So I think we are going to have to change something with that. Let me just repair our tower back. Don't get me wrong, we totally can survive these 50 dusters. They won't get through the armor, but we do need we do need our anti-aircraft tower, or this is going to take forever. No lasers on this craft, aside from the alarm systems. I just didn't really fancy the look of lasers. I have to say, I do kind of hate the turrets when they go like this, but at the same time I realize that this is kind of vital for our actual armoring. It just means that even if the barrels get shot off at the front, we've still got barrels on the inside. But yeah, it should be over pretty quick. The main test, which I haven't actually tested yet, and I'd just like to claim for the record, in case this goes horribly wrong, that I haven't actually finished the ship. As you can see, the turrets don't have their constraints set up yet, and also, apparently the armor needs work, because it's not all the way around, which it's supposed to be. That's fine. This is the back of the ship, so that's fine. But it should be at least 3 or 4 layers thick around the whole ship. Plus, obviously, the armor wrapped around the actual guns, giving us a little bit of spaced armor. Try to go with a little bit more of a, like, compartment sort of thing. So if we get shot in the back, it's not like we lose all our buoyancy. But as always, we've still got PIDs running, and this time I actually put the propellers behind these little vents or whatever, ducts. And then obviously we've got ducts on the bottom to try and keep ourselves very aerodynamic. Or hydrodynamic, I suppose, since we're in the water. The only thing which is not very hydrodynamic are these missile tubes. And when I put them in, the idea was, oh, I'll just have those above the water so it doesn't make a difference. But it ended up being pretty much on the waterline, which is not ideal. Oh, we killed them all. Wonderful. Let me turn this back on then. Okay, well, I guess there's only one thing to do. And that is, I want to spawn in my Mars class, but I want it to be an enemy. So let's just scoot our way over here a little bit. I am going to let the Dreadnaught just charge its batteries back up again. As it stands at the moment, it doesn't actually have enough engine power to charge the batteries and, you know, move. So that's a problem, and one which I'm not quite sure how I'm going to fix, because the way I would usually fix it was I would just like strap on some more RTGs, but I already have quite a few RTGs. We've got these 2 little compartments here which are empty, so I can put another fuel engine in, or maybe a steam engine or something. I haven't quite decided. But I've strapped on a lot of RTGs. There's, I don't know, probably like 50,000 of the actual cost is just in RTGs. And I don't really want to strap any more on, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. We do have an injector engine. It's a small injector engine. It's only supposed to be running when the batteries are low. So that's why you see the engine power is going up and down, left and right, because the injector engine doesn't actually have enough cooling, but it's not supposed to run forever. It's just to charge the batteries. That is it. Okay, well, this is going to be the big test. Can it take on the Mars class? Because if it can't, then it's a disaster, isn't it? Okay, let's go. See what she can do. I'm feeling somewhat confident, but I realize the Mars class has got a pretty beefy first volley. And it managed to get us immediately. Oh, big EMP surges. But we survived the first volley, that was the important thing. think those EMPs, we may be slightly vulnerable to them. Let's see how the Mars class is doing. Oh, I completely forgot how I detach my camera from my ship again. Is it double M? No. How is the Mars class holding up? I would say pretty well, but that would be a lie. Oh no, this is us. Oops. Hang on, stand by. You just come and check in. Hello, Mars class, how are things? Not great, by the looks of it. Oh yeah, it's dead. Probably. It's on the way out, at least. Okay, well that's good. My 1 million resource ship can destroy my 500,000 resource ship. Great. I'm glad that we've proven this. Yeah, those EMPs were a little spicy, actually. A little spicy indeed. And it looks like our LAM defenses are still not quite enough to protect us against these missiles or the main cram cannons of the Mars class. But we did survive, so that's good. I'm not gonna lie, there was a moment there where I thought we weren't going to. It's gonna be very, very awkward. But yeah, so this is the new ship. Jupiter class, I believe. Yep, that's what I called it. Still currently trying to decide if that's the name I really want to keep or not. Sorry about that. Yeah, still trying to decide if that's the name I want to keep or not. I'm not quite sure. Still more work to be done, apparently. More surge protectors needed to prevent that. More LAM systems needed to prevent that. So I'll probably be increasing the price to like 1.2 million or something. And I think more missiles probably are needed. Probably some small missiles kicking around somewhere. I don't really want to like strap on large missiles. I kind of like the sort of World War II vibe that we have going on. I'm currently trying to decide if I want to strap on some more flak batteries. You know, maybe I make another AI, another mainframe, and have some flak batteries on the side here. That would be like a looks thing, though, not like an actual useful thing. But I hope you do like this ship. I really do like it. It's took me forever. Obviously, this is the largest ship by far that I've ever made, and I'm very pleased with it. Because for once, it actually looks somewhat good. Superstructure, still bad, but if you took the superstructure off and ignored that, I think the actual decks and stuff look good. It's got some actual, like, depth to it and such. I'm not quite sure about this bit. This was like to add some like flavor to the hull, but I think it might just be slowing us down for no reason. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Before I end, which obviously I'm, about to do, I should show you how fast this thing can actually go. Because that's an important thing to know, isn't it? So, 100% throttle. Here's all our drive engines at the bottom. I wonder, is this affecting this anyway? No. Okay, cool. Yeah, just about 26, 27 meters per second. Depending, you can also like lift it a little bit out the water, and then you get a little bit faster, but not that much faster. I don't know if you can actually sink this one, because you could sink the Mars class. It doesn't look like you can. Yeah, I tried to go with a lot more buoyancy this time. But yeah, so there you go. Our Dreadnaught and my way of coming back to YouTube with a bit of a bang. So thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye for now.